We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to Icons Earthbound here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'll be your GM for the day, Jason, and with me as usual will be Curtis playing Landshark, Taylor playing U.N.I.S.O.N,
Howdy.
Mike playing Independence Ray,
Hey.
and Zach playing Recluse.
Hey.
And who remembers where we left off last time?
Rooftop fight.
Yep. Was it Professor or Dr. Mind?
Neither.
It was Dr.
Brain. Dr. Brain.
And
Dr. Brain
Big.
has been knocked out. We are currently engaged with a shapeshifter who could be anyone. No idea who they are. A Season 2 character named Omega Red.
No, that's an
Or
X-Men
Titan
character.
Red.
Yes, Titan Red.
Dr. Payne, who showed up one time in Season 2 to harass U.N.I.S.O.N because he thought U.N.I.S.O.N sucks. Lightbringer and Obelisk.
And who else?
The comics. Yes, the comics.
Name.
That's true. You don't know.
Perhaps he's called Shooting Star. I mean, the players know he's the Comet, but we don't know what he's called.
Yeah. You haven't got his extra special funky Egyptian alias or whatever. And that's totally not because I haven't come up with one. I promise. So yes, and I believe Omniglot is with you as well.
Yes. And we were down in New Orleans to rendezvous with Santa Luna, who claimed to have been able to break out of the spell that was keeping his grandmother in charge. And it seemed to be above board right up until it very much wasn't, and turns out it wasn't Santa Luna. It was a shapeshifter or somebody who could otherwise disguise themselves, who was very apologetic because Bruce had actually proposed to Santa Luna.
Let no one say Bruce didn't have great timing.
Nope. Bad time to be Bruce. Bad time.
That was so accidentally such a Bruce moment.
Alright, so yes, most of you are on a rooftop.
Now he's engaged.
He could be engaged to anybody.
Yeah, he's engaged and he has no idea to whom.
That's going to make the wedding art very awkward. Alright, so y'all are on the rooftop. Dr. Brain is unconscious the next rooftop over. I believe Titan Red was the one that managed to backhand her.
Yes.
Because I think the Comet tried to hit her and missed. Or he tried to hit somebody and missed. Let me just pull up some characters that I should probably have already pulled up. Let's see. I know Gothic had taken a hit. Nothing substantial, but she'd taken a hit. Let's see here. Bruce is stunned for 6 rounds. Dr. Brain is K.O.'d.
He was very much stunned.
Zach, do you remember if Recluse had whipped somebody?
Recluse was currently clinging to Obelisk's face.
That's what he was doing, that's right. Okay. I had a third note down here that I could not read, but that's probably what it says. Recluse on Obelisk's face.
Trying to freak her out.
And then something else, but I can't make out what it says because my handwriting is awful.
Big ups on taking notes.
Gotta remember to take them where I can read them, though. That's what happens when I write too quickly.
That was always my problem in school. I would take notes, and then it's like, what the hell is this? I should have drawn pictures.
Yep. Maybe mark something? I don't know. Probably wasn't that important. Alright, I believe Ray had taken to the air. And we were at the top of the order. And I believe the top of the order was Ray.
Okay.
So the Comet's flying around.
Oh.
Gothic and Dr. Payne are on the rooftop with you. Skyscraper is still standing. Oh, Titan Red is on the rooftop with you. Skyscraper's still standing across the street, but he's got a recluse clinging to his face.
Okay, I'm going to.
Are Santa Luna and a stunned Bruce on the rooftop also?
Yes,
Or are
yes.
we-
Yeah, all of y'all were on the rooftop. Like I said, I think Ray may have taken into the air, but
I'm going to try to put a quality on the Comet. I'm going to try to just engage in a good old-fashioned dogfight and try to outmaneuver him to where he loses track of where I'm at.
okay.
That'll be a fun fight.
Now, with that, I guess that'll be coordination. Does I have a flight of 8 if you wanted to compare my flight to Comet's flight ranking.
The Comet's also got an 8.
I've also got aerial. Okay.
But yeah, we would go with coordination because you're not like out racing him. This is your maneuverability factoring into it more than anything.
Yeah, basically I'm just trying to dodge and weave and
Well, you've
try
got
to-
aerial combat too, don't you?
that's right. So let me go ahead and let's see. Let's make a new roll for this.
Okay.
Plus 2. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
All right. So he would need his coordination. And that's all he's got because he hasn't got his. He doesn't have the flight specialty. All right, so Independence Ray got an 11 for his dogfight roll, and the Comet got a 9. So we're going to put, we'll call the quality evaded. And Ray, or anybody else on the team for that matter, gets 1 free tapping of it. Alright, after Ray, it is Omniglot. Omniglot runs up to Titan Red. Let me just find Titan Red. There we go. All right, somebody give me a D6 roll for Omniglot. She runs up and she starts talking to Red. She sounds mad. She's going off about him slapping an old lady. Well, she doesn't use the term old lady. Slapping a older lady, a non-combatant. At the same time, she's doing that multiple conversations at one time thing, where she's also talking about. Well, she's also explaining to him that he's being mind controlled by Egyptian magic. She's also like rambling off random facts about other places of space that he should know. It's like she's almost like she's testing to see. And that's all the individual threads y'all can make out without focusing on it too much and getting kind of lost. Like she's trying to get Titan lost. Alright, so Landshark rolled her a 2.
Sorry, guys. I thought I'd step up.
I was waiting for Zach.
Nope, can't roll today.
Oh, okay, my bad. I should have rolled then.
No.
That's my fault.
Oh, you're fine. You're
I take
fine.
the full blame for this 2 that I didn't roll.
Alright, so he needs to beat a 7. And this is with his willpower. Let's see, his science specialty isn't going to help. His technology expert special isn't going to help. And his wrestling special isn't going to help. So it's straight willpower. And he gets an 8. So he starts answering like the individual threads. He manages to answer several of them. Well, she's an enemy of the state. I think I would know if I was being mind controlled. Yes, I remember that I'm from space. And then there's a couple of times where he's like, "Can you repeat that question? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat the 4th question?" He sounds a little bewildered, but he's not completely lost like you've seen people get when she does that to people. Recluse, you're up. Taylor, did I give you access to his sheet?
I've got no idea where I would see, so I don't believe so. It's not on my little journal.
Alright, see if it is now.
Dr. Brain is still the most recent, but let me check the bottom and see if he throws it by date or something odd like that.
You might reload the window, or reload the window too, or the tab.
Oh, do that real quick.
Because it should, I've got it marked where it should be in your journal and should be edited. You should be able to edit and control it. Yeah, and it should be under the characters list, I would think.
Oh, it's under the characters list. Okay. I only have 2 characters in the character list because everything else, for some reason, is not there. It's in a different place.
Yeah. My Roll20 is a horrible jumbled mess too. All right, but
We've
right.
been doing this a while.
All right, no, hold up, time out, Zach. What nonsense power is leagues?
Legs.
I know it's legs. That's not a power. That's not the name of the power.
Okay, fine. Then the name is Extra Limbs Legs.
Thank you.
he was abbreviating it by LEEEG.
Also, I'd like to take this brief moment to highlight that Recluse is wildly educated.
He came from a pretty well-to-do family.
It's not their fault he ran away.
But alright, you're still here though, so what are you doing?
I am going to try to blind Obelisk. Going to power stunt, I guess, blinding. Tapping Blessed by the Crawling Gods, just because, I'm gonna just punch him square in the eye, right in the iris.
Ow. So you're just going straight 3 Stooges on him. All right, Tyler.
What'd you say?
I said you're going straight Three Stooges on him.
Yep.
All right, Tyler. So give me a roll. That would be his prowess plus any martial arts he has. And we'll do the effects as though it were blinding, but
Yeah, that's a 15 on Bug Fu.
all right. He will defend with his. Oh wait, that's Titan Red. Where's skyscraper? There we go. So he defends with his prowess. I can't see where his size would factor into it much. Ooh, that's not good. I mean, it's probably pretty good for what Zach was wanting. But... All right, so he misses it, or you get massive success. You beat him by 8, which probably means he's blind for the duration. Let me check. Let's see, that would probably be the power's probably called Dazzle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the.
We knew what you were wanting to do. So.
Yeah.
All right, so massive success. Target is dazzled for the entire chapter. Dazzled characters have +2 difficulty with actions relying on the dazzled sense and automatically fail awareness checks using it. Using an advantage to recover ends the dazzle immediately. So yeah, so +2. Basically, he can't spot anything with his eyes. And if he tries to swat at any of you, he's at a -2. It didn't really give a duration, did it? That's weird. Surely I didn't just miss that.
Oh wait, you power stunted. I should knock determination down by 1.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, that was the first. That was the first line that I skipped. Okay, the target is dazzled for the entire chapter. So yeah. So he's not blind in the strictest of senses, but you have damaged his eyes, and he's blinking. His eyes are going to be watering for a while. So he can just barely make out anything around him. And he's very loudly screaming profanities. He's quite angry. Next up is Gothic, who, when she hears him screaming, is also quite angry. Now, who was she going after originally?
I want to say U.N.I.S.O.N.
Everybody's after a Unison.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. However, when Skyscraper, or excuse me, Obelisk yells like that, Gothic, aka Lightbringer, changes targets and flings some light daggers at Recluse. Let's see, dagger throw. Oh, minimum roll. You need to beat a 9 on a coordination. Is that? Or danger sense, or whatever it is that you roll for that.
It'd be.
It's.
It'd be.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It would be. What do your legs function as?
The legs give me basically ranks in super speed and leaping.
All right, you are now incredibly dangerous because you have coordination, the danger sense that ups coordination by 1, I think, or 2.
For purposes of
But
dodging.
you also now technically have super speed and also martial arts, which allows you to throw back projectiles.
Ooh.
because
Oh.
you now have super speed and martial arts.
Well,
or su-
would I
or-
actually be able to throw those back as they are energy based?
Yeah, probably not, but for general projectiles.
Hmm.
But anyway, coordination. Do you have a already? You don't already have one made, but gonna swap dodge from prowess to coordination real quick, and then swap it back. Yeah,
All right.
an 11 on the dodge. So doesn't matter. Not a big enough success to do anything crazy.
Yeah, he just gets out of the way. Recluse
So he
sense tingles,
threw-
and
Go ahead.
I was going to say the recluse sense tingles, and you dodge out of the way. What were you going to say?
So I dodged them while I was still on Obelisk's face. Does that mean he got stabbed by them?
No, she's a better shot than that.
Okay.
That'd be kind of awesome. Maybe she stabbed his other eye.
Well, Recluse got both of his eyes.
Yeah.
He went up with both fists. And she's screaming at you too, you know. She never liked you at all. She never liked you, you bug-eyed so-and-so. But you're even uglier now.
Love you too, princess. You really can't do better than this guy, it turns out.
Hey, he's pretty okay now.
Is he really? Is he?
U.N.I.S.O.N, you're up.
All right. First things first. One of my copies will go fly over to Dr. Brain
Okay.
and do a quick 6-point heal to her.
All right, let me find Dr. Brain. Nope, that's not Brain. All right. So she is now up to 6 stamina.
As she regains consciousness and I presumably help her back to her feet, I'll
Yes.
just look at her and be like, you have to find a better guardian angel than me for your own safety.
But you're like several angels altogether. Or are you saying you let him hit me?
No. I would like to win this fight.
No,
I'm
that's
not
true.
going to let team members get unnecessarily harmed when I don't want to die.
So that's the only reason you didn't want him to hit me.
Are we having this argument here? I don't really want you hit.
You're right. This is a discussion for later. And she pats you on the shoulder.
Alright, I think I only have the 6 out right now. I don't think anyone... No, I think 1 popped due to reflection, so I only have 5 active, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think pain reflected on my shots because I didn't know
I
about it.
believe you are correct.
Alright. After seeing the non-success of Omniclot, I will go ahead and unleash about 4 separate mental blasts at Old Red.
Alright, so we are back to Titan Red. Former teammate of yours, if I recall.
Yep. 13 on the first one.
Alright, he resists this with his will. 9. So that is a major success.
Just to get this cleanly over with, because of the possibility of the knockdown, the maximum roll I could make for the knockdown is an 8. are his stats high enough where the knockdown will just not be possible?
Let's see. He resists that with his. He rolls that with his will too, right? It is possible for him to roll an 8.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My confusion was I was thinking it was his strength would hold him up, but if it's will, okay, I'll roll.
For a mental blast, I think it would be will. Yes.
Okay, then I will just quickly roll a d6. That's a total of 6 for the knockdown on this one.
Okay. He got a 6, so he's still standing.
All right.
And that was 2 points of damage, right?
2 points of damage.
All right, let me check that off.
Second blast, an 8.
An 8.
1 damage.
1 damage.
Third blast is a 13.
And a 6.
All right, that is a 6 on the knockdown.
A 10 on the knockdown. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I saw the 4 in the roll. I was like, wait a second, his stat's a 3, but I was looking at the dice, not the stat. Okay.
All right, so just 2 more damage then.
Okay. Well, now that one was a massive, so we do have to check the stun.
That's what the 6 is.
Oh, I thought the 6 was the knockdown.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My brain conflated the two together.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, a 4 on the 4 on the stun.
And a 7, so he's not stunned.
All right. And fourth blast. 10.
4.
Knockdown is a 4.
Also a 4, so not knockdown. And
Stun
stun.
is a 6.
And an 8.
All right. Well, I did 7 damage to him.
Yes, you did. You hurt him a lot. Through sheer determination, he is still on his feet and conscious, but he's hurting.
And the last unit will look at Red and go, "Man, that's crazy. You're still standing," and mental blast him one last time for an 8.
All right, 4, so it's definitely a hit.
A 7 on the knockdown.
A 6 on the knockdown, so you knock him prone. He falls this time, or we'll describe it as him dropping to his knees this time.
All right. And then 2 more damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and did you stun him?
5.
Nope. He's done that whole drop to his knees and on his hands as well. Arms are shaking like he's about to pass out, and then they slowly steady. He looks up at you.
Do you remember that we even worked together?
I've never seen you before in my life. I mean, of course, you're wearing a helmet. I hear you have a ship in orbit. Were you a gladiator? I don't remember facing someone with your powers.
No, we worked together. You know what? It's neither here nor there. When we get rid of the mental control, you'll understand. I just wanted to apologize to you in this state that I'm having to do this.
The young lady was saying something about because I can't remember Titan Red's personality sign.
It's all right. He's stunned.
I can't remember if he was an over the top wrestler type or not. But yeah, he's like, the young lady was saying something about that. I think you're very confused, sir. All right, and then it is Dr. Payne. Dr. Payne is not very impressed with you, Unison. Dog piling like 6 or 7 on one. Pfft. What a wimp.
Punch me then.
Hang on, he's got a list of abilities. No, that's Dr. Brain. I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong doctor.
I assure you, the names are similar enough, no one can blame you.
All right. All right, now I've got the right doctor. That's a much smaller list of powers. Good. He steps forward. He steps forward like he's about to start rattling off some more insults, and then his tongue just snakes out across the entire distance between you, and slashes at you. So I need he got a 7, so give me a prowess.
Please tell me my mental resistance somehow helps me with this.
It does not. This is a physical attack.
That's crazy. 10.
All right. You managed to get out of the way pretty good.
Please, sir, I don't want to kiss right now.
He's momentarily at a loss of words. He doesn't know exactly how to respond to that. Yeah, that's all he can do. Landshark. You have dropped to the ground with this thing on your back shocking you.
Done.
Now, you can shrug off an effect.
I am going to.
Okay, just want to make sure you remembered that.
Yes. I am. I'm going to burn the point of determination because I am a shark and I am not going to go down like a little guppy. Now my question is that my action? Or actually, I'm assuming I have to be prone, so I've got to get up.
Well, getting up would only take your movement. Let me look. All right, where in the book is the stuff on advantage at? All right, let's see. Let's see. Increase in effort test by 2. Insight, pushability. Regain stamina equal to the higher of your strength or willpower, or eliminate the ongoing effects of a power as specified in the power's description. Oh, so it may not be all powers. But it basically that's the same. Recovery is the same thing as when y'all get hit points back or stamina back that way. So no, I think you're still good to take an action. I know I wasn't sure last week, but looking at this here, I think you're good to take an action. Now, you can't move anywhere because your movement is spent standing up.
Am I close enough to reach Jay?
Yeah, he's still standing right next to you. He has not gone yet where he can move away.
Okay. And if I remember right, he made it very clear that he was not actually.
Yes, he told you he felt as he's tasering you or whatever that shocking device was on you. He's telling you how he feels really bad about this, and he'll make sure that he gets the ring.
So I'll get up and I'll say, that hurt. That hurt right here. Point to his heart, and then I'll punch him. I don't. Well, Bruce, being Bruce, is confused and thinks he's actually engaged to this guy, but he doesn't know who he is. But he's still gonna punch.
All right.
Didn't roll so great, but maybe.
All right. So you take a good solid swing, Jay, in quotation marks.
And
Duck. He brings his hands up almost like a boxer, and then kind of ducks down under it. I don't remember for sure, but I don't think Jay had a lot of martial training.
he did not.
And this guy's moving like a trained fighter.
This is an amateur boxer, very amateur, so he would recognize that.
And he basically tells you, now let's not have any domestic violence here in front of everybody. And then it is the Comet. Let's see. He is going to try to smack into Independence Ray.
Nope.
So that is a prowess. And he's got martial arts. So prowess +1. So he got an 8. Ooh, Independence Ray, though, with a 13 on his evade. Plus aerial combat. So that is a massive success.
Yeah, do I get a swing at him?
You do get a free swing on him.
All right.
But, it's got to be a physical attack, so, you can punch him as he goes by.
Sure. Here we go.
Well, no. Remember, this is a free. You don't have to roll for this punch. You just automatically do your strength and damage.
Oh. Well, that will be 4.
It's like an auto hit. It feels like you punched a steel wall.
Ow.
And you're pretty sure your fist stopped before actually making contact with him. When he's flying around, he's got like this, almost like, he kind of glows. It's that this energy envelope around him. So you're pretty sure he's got some kind of physical protections. Oh yeah, but he's got fast attack. So he zips by out to hit you, misses, and then carries on. He was coming down at you, so he carries on down to the rooftop and tries to hit one of the Unisons. However, his fast attack is pretty low, so he doesn't get his full... Yeah, he ain't got much chance of hitting Unison. But we'll give it a try. Alright, Unison, I need a prowess roll to avoid getting hit. Number to beat is a 5.
So 13, I'll go ahead and reply with an attack.
All right. You pop him as he's flying by again, feels like you're hitting a steel wall. So, guy's got some kind of force shield or something.
My 4 damage doesn't make it through.
Then he kind of arcs back up in the air. Then it is Dr. Brain. Dr. Brain looks over at whichever Unison is close to her. Well, you're the tactician. Who should I go after?
If we want to escape, we need the giant and the flyer taken out. If we plan on finishing the fight, we need the giant or the man who punched you across a building taken out.
And which of those things
So-
are we doing?
Oh, it doesn't matter which one. You take the giant out. He's in both answers.
Oh, that's fair. All right. She will try her nullification on him. Though I notice the nullification is unstable.
Yes, that's more in the essence of like how Bruce's ability is unstable, where like if he gets dunked into water, it just goes off like crazy.
So what makes her powers unstable?
Well,
Or is it just
it's mostly
her losing control sort of thing?
Well, it's like a losing control under stress kind of thing. Because I was imagining of like if you start to freak out, it just goes off.
Ooh, okay. So she will try to nullify him. However, if you're using your powers, this is the description of unstable. If you use your powers in a fight or other tense situation, roll a die. On a 1 or a 2, your power goes off at random, rather than doing what you intended. So let me roll a single dice. And it's a 2! Oakley dokley. So let me look up nullification. Okay, nullification can completely negate the powers of another within extended range. Okay. So let's look here. Who all do we have on the board? Who isn't Dr. Brain?
Yeah,
2, 3,
she's
4,
probably within
5,
range of
6,
everyone.
7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11 people on the board.
Is that counting all unisons?
Yeah, but all unisons are still only one mind.
Okay.
Let's see. You can't really roll a D11 now, can I? So I'll roll a D12. If it comes up a 12, I'll re-roll.
Is that also counting herself?
I was not counting herself. Though I guess she could nullify herself as well as anybody else, and since it's going off randomly. All right, just a D12 then, and she'll be a 1, and I'll count down as I've got them listed in roll 20. Number 4, U.N.I.S.O.N.
Is it all my abilities? Or is it a specific ability?
All right. Nullification can completely negate the powers of another within extended range. Roll a coordination versus coordination. That's to make the hit or whatever. If subtractful, subtract your nullification level from all of the target's power levels.
Gross.
A power reduced to 0 or less remains negated for level duration. Otherwise, powers recover at 1 level per page until back to normal. So all of your powers dropped by 2.
Oh, is that not a roll against it?
Fine.
Am I not able to attempt to defend it with something?
Fine. Her powers being mental, I would say instead of coordination, we will go with willpower.
I'm surprisingly okay with that.
Yeah, you're well. Both of those stats are pretty decent with you.
Yeah. Will my mental resistance also account in?
Yes, I'll let that count in because it's just by the nature of her powers.
I've got a 12 to defend it.
All right, that's an 8. So you feel the power. You can see her eyes go wide, and then you feel some presence kind of rush over you. Oh, Jordan, I'm sorry. I mean,
It's
Unison.
okay. It's okay, Jordan. I mean, Dr. Brain.
Look, I misfired. There's no reason to get sassy. Junior.
All right,
Were any
senior.
of us in earshot of that?
There's a big fight going on, and they're on the next building over.
We're a building over whispering, and you're stunned, and you're like, hold up.
No, he
Let me
just
hear
got
this
over the stun.
conversation. If you have
See,
if you have an awareness of 8, I'll let you roll for it.
See, I'm personally taken out of it because she didn't cycle through every name of all of her children, going over his name once and then coming back to it before apologizing. Totally unrealistic.
Well, in her defense, they have the same first names.
Yes, my inside joke that I wasn't sure how we'd ever get across in the game. That my character is named after his mom.
All right, well, that was her attempting to do something.
Man. That's fun.
And then it is Jay's turn. I guess I can safely call him Fake Jay at this point. And then Fake Jay's stats. There they are. All right. Go ahead.
Is there any chance that Fake Jay will get way too into being Jay and actually help us?
I will say no,
Okay,
because he has that kind of artificially implanted loyalty that so many people seem to have to the Pharaoh.
that's fair.
So even if he started really thinking he was Jay, I mean, if that's even a thing, it wouldn't affect his loyalty.
Man, he's just better now, isn't he?
All right, Landshark. Jay runs away from you. While he's running, you see his hand come up with that control device, and he presses the button again. And you feel another shot run through you, originating from your back.
Oh, sure. I could have tried to take it off, but did I? No.
Look, this is a very emotional time for Bruce. Shoot, I don't remember what rank I had that power at. Because, it's a device, not like one of his regular abilities. I think that's right, though. Alright, give me a will roll there, Landshark. You are stunned again for 1 round. But just 1 round this time.
Freaking shot caller.
So what? Oh, is that what? I can't remember how Bruce had been attacked. Did he actually slap a collar on you?
No. When he basically when he
put
first
something on my back.
when he first approached, they hugged
Oh,
each
that's
other,
right.
and he slipped something up, probably under that little jacket vest thing that Landshark wears.
So basically, it's like someone planted a Spidey tracer on him.
Sort of, but just the Spidey Tracer's a taser. Though it's not using electricity, it's kind of a sound-based thing. It uses bone conductivity. So if you're standing next to him, you kind of hear it when it goes off. But for him, it's like just this freakishly loud something because it's sending the sound through his bones.
No wonder he got whammied so hard last time.
Now it's Obelisk's turn. Let's see here, because you're still clinging to his face, right, Zach?
Yes.
Yeah, he really wants you gone.
That's a tall order.
Well, any order he gives is a tall order. So he's basically going to try to clap his hands like just right in front of his face. So that is a prowess roll from you. It's prowess for him, but with the dazzled, he's got a -2.
Just gonna try and scuttle out of the way. Still clinging to his head, at least.
All right, so 5's the number to beat. I don't even know if you need to roll to get out of the way.
No, but depending on how well I do, it might be really funny.
That's true. Give it a roll.
Wait. 15. I just noticed something about this character sheet.
What's that?
The modifier to dodge, which is prowess, is getting +3 from his martial arts, but is not getting the +1 from danger sense.
Oh,
So that's a 15 instead of 14.
Oh, I've been just completely ignoring that +1 for so long.
Hey, it's really, really useful.
It is. I'm sorry, Jason. Your brother has just made Recluse significantly more annoying for you to try and hurt.
Yeah, because the danger sense works on both prowess and coordination attacks. It's really good.
all right. So I need an occult pesticide-based villain to go after Recluse.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, didn't Taylor make a tarantula hawk villain specifically for Recluse that never showed up?
That sounds familiar. I will have to dig through the emails.
It's gonna need to be statted up a little bit stronger if it exists.
Okay, so massive success on the dodge, or whether your dodge makes his attack a massive failure. What is Recluse's strength as he gets this free lick in?
It is an 8.
It's an 8.
All right. Oh, but Skyscraper's at full size, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just
So he's
takes.
got some pretty good damage reduction.
He just takes that lick. You did some damage to him last session, but I think you had jacked up your damage using advantage or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you pop him a good one, and he clearly feels it, but it doesn't. You're not sure it really did anything.
Yeah.
As you scuttle up into his hairline.
Ew.
Well, he was clinging to his face, then he dodged out of the way, so now he's kind of, up on his head, slightly to one side, or no, top of his head to one side.
Hey, but I can recommend some really, really good dandruff shampoo. You desperately need it. That's nasty. That is a flake patch the size of a dinner plate.
It's not that bad. He's just so big that even little spots look big. Recluse just wishes he had enough regular hair to get dandruff. Where's Titan Red? Because it is Titan Red's go.
He does nothing.
Why does he do nothing?
Because he's stunned, baby.
Oh, he is stunned for a round, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I had forgotten. I remember that he was prone. Or did he avoid? Or did you just knock him prone and he avoided all the stuns?
He was stunned for 1 round because, maybe roll up to it. It was a 5 against a 4.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right, then we'll skip past him. Which brings us back to the top of the order and Independence Ray.
Okay. So now that I've spun Comet around for a bit, I am going to unleash a blast at him, and I would like to tag that one free activation of
Evade that we put on. Okay.
evaded, to basically get a shot at I don't know, probably just try to get a shot right at the base of the back, like some particularly vulnerable spot.
Okay.
So I will apply that to the damage, and let's hope I actually hit. Here it comes. Oh wait, sorry, that wasn't it. That was that was a roll. That's the roll you do when you test for stands or stuns and slams. So, oh no, that is right. Okay, yes, that's the hit roll. And
All right.
yeah,
That's versus
Roll
his
the lower.
coordination. All right, so you got a massive success on him.
oh,
And how much damage are you
Okay.
doing?
that will be 9 damage.
9 damage does not get through his force shield.
What? Whoa! Yikes! Yikes!
I can't say anything.
No, you can't. And there's really no reason for Ray to be overly familiar with the comet. Because I don't think they've ever interacted before this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which of my characters did meet him.
Servant Boy.
Unison, being Unison.
I
Really
already
ought to
like
have.
this. I already like where you're starting. Let's hear it.
Because Unison really ought to have like encyclopedic knowledge of
Yeah, but that's Unison.
known supers.
And he can, and if he wants to make a intellect check, I'll let him.
I love another player going, "Hey, Batman should know this." There's joy in my heart for being told my character should be smart.
Smart and paranoid.
Great combination.
All right, now it is Omniglot's turn. Omniglot is also a smart character. But she's also occupied. She's still kind of got a mat on for Titan Red.
is another. Well, he's not as tough as Obelisk. I don't think.
Who's not as tough as Obelisk?
Titan Red. Maybe about the
Mm,
same.
they are very much in the same league.
We've got like 3 heavy hitters we're fighting.
All right, somebody give me a D6 roll for Omniglot.
Rough. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. She does beat him still, but only by 1. So he'd be stunned for a round, but he's already stunned for a round, so that doesn't really do anything. She was trying to take him out for the count. Recluse.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I should still have 1 more determination point because I'd been saving them up.
I don't
might
know
have-
where to go with that.
What is his determination on the sheet?
It showed current 1, and then we spent it for the
Okay, never mind.
dazzling.
That's right. I
But-
burned 1 point beforehand, or yeah, last session.
Okay.
Okay. Recluse is going to hop down from Obelisk's head and web up his feet.
Okay.
Multi-attack to increase the tensile strength.
Gotcha. And that is coordination. Ten is the number to beat. Taylor, if you would roll for him.
I'm assuming this is just built as web snare.
Yeah,
Is the multi-attack already put into the modifier?
it has not been.
Well, he's using that to increase the effect.
Oh, yeah.
The strength of the webbing.
Yeah.
So it would not factor.
There
It would not
should
factor into
be
the roll.
I do have a specialty in the
that's okay. Web snare
Yeah.
is for the security of the web snare. This is a coordination, you said?
Correct.
Okay. So it'll just be +2, so 11.
Does he have a power specialty though?
Yes.
My good, yes. 14 or
Alright, so that-
13
All right,
total.
So that becomes a 13, which beats the 10, which is a shame because Skyscraper did or Obelisk did really well in that roll. So that's a major success, which I believe is a complete hold. 'Cause I believe it's a partial hold if you just hit.
We fought this guy so much, you know how to hook his hands to his hips the right way to lock him down.
He could very casually kill me, but he hasn't yet.
Let's see.
I'm looking at your character sheet, Zach. He can't casually kill you.
All right, puts
If
the.
he manages to hit, it'll hurt.
All right, so on a major or massive success, puts the target into a complete hold. The target is fully restrained, can take no physical actions except to escape. All right, that is wrestling, which I think is pretty much how the binding works. But let's double check binding and be sure.
Let me get there.
Yes, puts the target in a complete hold. The target is fully restrained and cannot take any physical actions except to escape. And then that's where he'd be rolling against the strength of the webbing. You laid the webbing on really thick, so it's going to be harder for him to get out of. So yeah, he's basically on his belly now, and you've got his ankles and his wrists. You know, you started on his ankles. He reached down to try to rip it away, and then you got his ankles and his wrists basically webbed together down there, and then he toppled over.
While I'm power gaming on someone else's character, can I ask real quick, with the power expert binding, Does that mean the binding is also more powerful in its resistance?
No, that
Okay.
is just to apply
It's
the
just
binding.
to secure it that it happens. Okay.
Correct. All right, now it is Gothic's turn. Oh, excuse me, Lightbringer's turn. Got to use the name she's going by now.
Mm-hmm. Don't dead name her.
It is the thing in polite society to use the name that people prefer to go by.
All right, so Obelisk topples over. You hear her go, "Oh, not again." It's always webbing and the bug guy.
What do you expect?
Wait, how do you remember that? Everyone else forgets us. You remember us so well.
Yeah, wait, did she give you two a mulligan for some godforsaken reason?
Thank you. This is the third session she's appeared in. I've dropped hints every session. And finally you picked up on, wait a second. She remembers us.
We've been busy adapting. Now that we've adapted,
There's a brief look on her face like, oh crap. Well, I mean, the last time we fought, and then she runs to the edge of the building. Leaps off the building. Drops about a story, and a platform of light appears under her. She lands on that, and then it disappears. She drops another story, another platform, as she makes her way to the ground. This is the first time you've seen her use her abilities in this fashion. And from where you're standing, Recluse, she looks a little clumsy doing it. Like this is not, doesn't look like the first time she's done it necessarily, but this does not look like something she's got a lot of practice at.
That's interesting because she's been transformed, but she remembers.
So yeah, that little stunt she's pulling with her powers is basically her action, but she's now on the street where Recluse and Obelisk are now.
oh no. Oh, that's so sad. The me next to Dr. Brain is like, oh, that's so sad.
Your mother looks at you, what?
She remembers, but he doesn't, and they're in love with each other.
Oh.
Weren't they always dating? I mean, I've seen them on TV. I've seen them
Right,
before.
but like, he is altered and she isn't by the magic. She's faking it.
Oh.
Well,
But he isn't faking it. And that's sad.
Yeah, that is a little...
Man.
I mean, they're in a better position now, I guess, really, technically speaking.
Oh, I mean, their lives are probably in a more secure spot, yes. But it's like sad to have like an entire history that your significant other wouldn't remember. Anyway, back to knocking them unconscious.
Your mother seems disturbed by how quickly you switch track. Oh, it's like you're having this really human moment. Oh, it's a real shame. I got to beat the snot out of him anyway.
Well, I mean, she's moving to kill my friend.
Or is she going to save her loved one?
That's kind of one and the same to her at the moment, probably.
Yeah, she'd be happy with either one. She'd be happy with both, truthfully.
Yeah.
And it is
Well,
Unison's
anyway.
turn.
That unit will step forward and go ahead and do a... she's distracted enough. Telekinetic blast at her as she's dropping down, or if she's made it to the ground.
She's made it to the ground.
Then at her ground level on a 9, probably dodges that.
All right, with her coordination, she's got a pretty good shot. Her martial arts won't help, so it's just straight prowess. Or excuse me, coordination. Wait, why do I have a +1 for her coordination? She shouldn't have that.
Does she have an athletics?
No, she just got martial arts. Huh. We'll take that off.
Cool, I really needed it taken off.
Oh, I know what it is. I use that. No, it still says coordination. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. All right, so you beat her by 1. So how much damage do you do?
6 points.
Her energy field takes it.
Yeah. All right. I didn't know if she was gonna be able to have that up while. I didn't know if the energy field was a concentration thing. But all right.
Yes and no. It's not something that stops her from using her other abilities.
Right.
Like she'll have the sword out and the shield up, or throw the daggers while the shield's out, that sort of thing.
All right, and then back to the ones at good old Red. Go ahead and mental blast him again.
All right, he got a 9 to defend. All right, so he defended from that one.
All right. Second one to mental blast him.
He got a 9 again. So that was a major success.
Yeah.
He's already prone, so you can't knock him more prone.
Yeah. 2 damage.
All right, he is still. I was going to say still up, but he's still prone, but he's still conscious.
That's. My 4th action will be another mental blast at him. Because I want him out of this fight.
7's the number to beat.
12.
All right, he goes down.
Okay.
None of the
cool.
rest of that
It's gonna
matters.
be a 7
He is
stun.
unconscious.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry, who just got knocked out?
Titan
Titan
Red.
Red.
Oh, gotcha.
1 copy will go run up on Mr. Dr. Payne and attempt to just punch him. I'm done being fancy. Let's get back to what I do best, which is punching. 12.
All right, and that's his prowess.
And if this guy is also really good at melee combat, I'm gonna be sad.
He's pretty good, but he didn't roll very well.
He's pretty good.
All right, so you beat him by 4. Oh, let me look up and see if reflection works on punches.
Oh, that's gonna be not fun if it is.
Let's see, I believe reflections was in the main book. Yes. Reflect can reflect the effects of an attack back at the attacker. Okay. Yeah, there's no limit. All right, so you made contact, so now he has to roll his reflect. Wait.
Do you use your reflection instead of the...
It says you use it as a reaction. It looks like this would be something he would do instead of his regular dodge. So I should have rolled it before rolling the regular dodge.
Granted, I will let you, back
Well,
and say he's using reflection instead.
That wouldn't make it a success, though, so it would have failed either way. So you make contact. How much damage do you do with the punch?
4 points.
Okay, he takes it. He doesn't have any body armor or anything.
And the last unison, will it take a full action to think if I know why Comet is reflecting or stopping everything?
I'll give you a bonus of +2 if it takes an entire action. Like if you have one of your guys.
Him.
Okay.
Can I see the Comet 2 mental blast him?
Yes, he is still in the air.
Okay.
He swooped down, missed Ray, missed one of you on the porch and kind of arched, or on the roof and kind of arched back up, but he's still within sight. Yeah.
13. Let's see if I can't get that bird out of the sky.
Ooh, he rolled crappy. He only got a 9.
That's a 6 to knockdown.
That is a 7 to not knock down.
The chance of me getting a knockdown is slim.
And then the stun.
No.
No, definitely not.
All right, 2 points of damage.
You
Unless
do
it's
2
somehow
points of
stopped.
damage, though. No. His damage reduction does not affect mental stuff.
Man. This is going great for me.
Oh, wait, let me check, because it doesn't, it's not actually listed as damage reduction, it's listed as invulnerability. So let me make sure that's not something hinky out of the Powers book. I think that's just a term you refer to when somebody's got 10 ranks of reduction.
I think I want to say it's just invulnerability if it's high enough, or if your damage resistance high enough, you just call it invulnerability.
Invulnerability. See resistance powers, specifically damage resistance. Level 10 damage resistance is essentially invulnerable to any damage unless GMs choose to apply damage effects that are off the scale as struggle. So no, the fact that it's invulnerability does not make it spread out and cover mental stuff. So yeah, you see him kind of wobble and grab his head or grab the sides of his helmet as he kind of wobbles before he catches himself. That clearly got through.
Cool. I will quickly announce to Omniglot. Can you get the flyer down?
If he gets close enough, I can talk to him. That ability, that tactic doesn't work as well if I'm having to shout at people. I need to be able to speak rapidly.
Fly up and grapple him somehow.
I can lead him to you. I can try to lead him to you.
All right. Are there any more unisons?
Nope. That was all actions.
Unisons? Unison? All right. Dr. Payne. All right. Everybody on the roof gets a determination. So Independence Ray is in the air, so he wouldn't get one. Recluse is on the ground, wouldn't get one. And Dr. Brain's on a different building. As Dr. Payne is going to power stunt.
Although, it actually does kind of sound bad.
So Dr. Payne has got that weird tentacle tongue thing. And he kind of moves towards the center of the roof, and that tongue comes out as long as he can extend it. He just sort of whips it around and tries to hit everybody.
Friend and foe alike.
I'm going to say he's got enough control.
Okay.
Though, come to think of it, let's see, who else is on the roof now?
Anyone? Or sorry, Fake J.
Oh, I forgot about Fake J.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll say he's got enough control. He's not going to hit his friend.
Am I on the ground? I mean, am I?
You are standing on the roof. Y'all admit on the rooftop to have y'all's discussion.
I'm standing. Right. But no, I'm asking when I got stunned, did it drop me?
No, it did not drop you. You did not drop.
Okay.
All right. So he makes his attack roll. So the number to beat is a 10. I'll need that from Landshark, several unisons, Omniglot.
Do I have a penalty since I'm stunned?
No, I don't think it gives you any penalties. You're wobbly, but you can still try to duck. All right. So Landshark, you take 5 points of damage. As his very sharp tongue, whips across your chest.
Oh, sharp tongue.
Does my Shark Eye invulnerability counter that, or?
Yeah, it's regular old physical damage. It's just a cutting attack.
Okay. So I get my vest torn up.
Yeah, there's a slit. It's like somebody took a razor blade to your chest or to your vest. You know, it doesn't completely fall away. There's just a slit in it now.
All right. First dodge is an 11, and now the copies. 2 get hit,
All right, 5 points of damage.
and it's just enough to. Oh no, sorry, 5 points. My copies can survive at once. All right.
So they've got 6 damage resistance, or they had 5 that now drops
They
to
have
4.
5. Now it drops to 4.
Okay. So he hits one of them again, they're actually gone. Oh, somebody roll for Omniglut.
Oh, sass. Hey, much better roll.
Yep.
5 plus whatever.
She beats it. So she gets out of the way. I'd read the reports on this guy. I think he's grosser in person.
Hey,
Which starts him critiquing. As soon as his tongue gets back in his mouth, he starts critiquing her outfit. All right, Landshark, you're up. You are stunned this round. Are you gonna try to shrug it off? And
I hate to repeat, but you did give me an extra determination point, so that leaves me with 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it and shrug it off, and I'll just be like gross. That's like, you liked me. Who's closer, Dr. Payne or Fake Jay?
they're roughly equal distance, because Jay was running away from you. Dr. Payne took he came forward to try to center himself with y'all a little better. So, whichever one you wanted to step to.
I think honestly, he's gonna go after the Fake Jay. He's not a thinker. He's a feeler. So I will try once again to land a punch on, I don't know, could be anybody.
Could be anybody. Or anyone. Who knows? Alright, so he needs to beat a 9. His prowess is a 4, but he's got martial arts.
Land a punch on him, might do some serious damage.
Ooh, you landed a punch. It is a moderate success.
Landed a punch.
How much damage do you do?
Damage. 8.
Yeah.
Take that.
A strength of 8, the standard brick strength.
Yeah. Take that, whoever you are.
I don't know. Didn't Muscle have a 7?
To be tough, but not Superman tough.
I hate to tell you this. Muscle has a strength of 7, specifically because when he grows, it becomes an 8.
Oh, I got you. So Fake J goes down. You know, he's getting some distance between you. He hears you thump 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 behind him. He turns around just in time to go, Poppy Shark, no! And then he hits the ground and rolls a couple times and just lays there in a heap. A J-shaped heap.
A jeep, if you will.
Okay, and retains the J form, interestingly enough.
There you go. Stay out of this lever's core.
Yeah.
You hear Dr. Payne, ooh, somebody
It
had a
is
glass
awkward.
jaw.
What's Bruce's last name?
Brody.
Brody. Bruce, I trained these hands on my spouse, Brody.
Dark.
Alright, next up is the Comet. He just saw one of his, I won't say buddies, some of his teammates go down. So he is coming down for Landshark. Now I'm trying to remember with one of those like charging, ramming attacks. Rushing. Does the highest of your strength +1 or your movement level +1? Roll prowess test against the target. Oh! Okay, so when he does his like two-fisted charge into somebody, they have the option of rolling prowess or coordination. He has to roll his prowess. Alright, so he's gonna try to ram you, Bruce.
I get to do my job. My dodge.
So let's see, this is his. He rolls prowess for the attack, and then the damage is based on his movement. He's using his fast attack to make it a little bit easier for him to hit. So he's assisting himself, sort of. Basically kicks on the afterburners.
I did not roll well.
So that is a... Alright, so he got a 12. You got an 8. So that's a massive success.
Just getting knocked around this time.
Now, this being a rushing attack, it works a little different. So, you're hit, he deals his damage. Movement +1, you take 9 points of damage.
Okay. He feels that.
And you may be stunned. So give me a strength roll to see, and I'll
Right,
roll the damage he did, and we'll see if you're stunned or not. So he rolled a 15 versus your 12.
Oh boy.
So you are stunned for power duration. So you're stunned for 8 rounds.
He's catching 0 breaks.
This has been a rough mission for Landshark, both emotionally and physically. But there's no chance for a weirdly there's no chance for a slam. Which can't be right. I had to have missed something.
Seem odd.
Oh, yeah.
Knock him down.
Yeah, the slam triggers on a major success, which means it also triggers on a
Massive.
on a massive, and they didn't reprint that. So we need to roll versus see if you get slammed as well.
Is that also strength?
Yes, that is also strength.
Oh no.
All right, so that's a major on the slam, which I believe means you go flying off the roof at this point.
Ooh.
Basically, he zips down, just barrels into Bruce's lower back from behind, and carries him off the building. And then Bruce kind of drops to the ground as Comet arcs back up into the air. You know, you hear the sound of someone landing in garbage cans or something. And probably a slight oof. The fall is not enough to affect Bruce, of course. Then it's Dr. Brain. Nope, that's the wrong doctor. Um. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what a good tactic for her to use would be.
Is she asking for advice?
I didn't think there was still one next to her. I thought you flew off to attack.
Well, he shot off of the roof at Lightbringer, but that's a blast power.
Okay. This is where a map would have been useful to see the facings of the buildings. Because I had imagined the doctor getting knocked to a building to the side where the fight with the rest of them were off at the front. Not a big deal, though. So yeah, if you're still there, she will... she thinks maybe she needs to stop that one that just hurt poor Bruce.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I feel like if someone was as invulnerable as him, like completely unhurtable, there would be some kind of catch to it. It may be motion-based, so maybe you can grab him and hold him in place and see if his powers dissipate. Because if he was that tough, I swear I could remember him off the top of my head.
Yeah.
All right, so she's going to try her telekinesis. She's going to try to just grab him and arrest his movement. Let's see, what is the roll for telekinesis? Our willpower is
really a one trick.
Oh yeah. It's a nice trick he's got though.
Yeah, it's a one trick pony, but it's a good trick.
Oh, is that the trick?
We're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so so instead of using coordination to try to grab him, since she's using telekinesis, she tries to grab him with her willpower. He would still be dodging with his coordination, however. All right, so she beat him by 1, and then it's basically a contested strength roll. But in his case, I'm going to say it's his flight. Versus her telekinesis. So his flight is an 8. He gets a total of a 10 because he rolled poop. And her telekinesis is a 6. She can't quite get a grip on him. Unison, your mother is starting to look frustrated. You hear her mumble under her breath, I've gotten rusty. Your father's never going to let me live this down.
If it makes you feel better, we're still going to win. Because my new mental blast is getting through to him.
Alright, then it is Fake J. Only Fake J is unconscious, so let me X him out.
Take that, fake J.
At least Landshark better be hoping it's fake J.
Right? If
He's
not,
just
he's gonna
No, I was
complain
playing
to
along with him to go undercover.
he's just full of oregano. This is the worst fake J I've ever seen.
Oh boy.
All right, then it is Obelisk's turn. The only thing he is allowed to do is try to escape.
And that would be a D6 plus 8 for the roll because the tensile strength was boosted.
All right. Tyler, if you would give us that roll.
Ooh, that's gonna be a sweet 14.
All right, so that's a total of 14. Obelisk will roll his big and strong roll. Oh, it only got an 11. That was not a great roll. Like a 3 on the dice. So he's still trapped. He can't get loose yet. Let's see. Tight Red, who is unconscious. Recluse, he's telling you the things he's going to do to you when he gets loose. He's going to pluck those extra legs off one at a time and then squish you like a bug.
Recluse just makes a jerking off motion in the air.
He doesn't respond to that because, you
What does it
know,
look
the
like
whole eye thing, he can't really see what you're doing.
It's
What does
for
it look like
Recluse.
when you've got spider limbs?
He's still got hands on the
It
first
looks
two.
like Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
You know, he's got the whole centaur
Yeah,
thing
the
going on.
spider tensile.
that's right.
All right, top of the order, Independence Ray.
All right, so we
Um,
we still
Did we already do me?
Yes, you punched Jay into a coma.
Was that this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then you got
I just,
restunned.
in my mind, I keep thinking I'm last.
that's right.
No, you're middle of the order.
Um,
So
we
used
still
be
need
at
to
the
get.
bottom.
Well, that's between you and Fake Jerry.
Yeah.
We still need to get Comet. We still need to bring Omniglass to Comet. Is that correct?
That would be one way to deal with him.
Sure. So I'm gonna try to grapple him
Okay.
with no wrestling skill. This is gonna be pure prowess.
All right.
Two falcons, talons clasped in the air.
So
I should have tapped something for that one.
he also does not have wrestling. So it's straight prowess for him.
It's gonna be slap fighting in the air.
Well, no, it's attempts to grapple, so you know.
Ah,
All right, so he rolled well enough that you don't get him in a hold, but he did not roll well enough that he can get a hold on you. He doesn't manage to reverse it. If he'd gotten I think a major, maybe a massive, he could have reversed it.
I will have to tag Air Force Fighter next time.
So yeah, y'all are kind of wrestling around, but neither one of them is really getting a good grip.
This is a really good fight.
And the comment is telling you that by the power invested in him by the Pharaoh, you are under arrest. You know, as opposed to Gothic or Obelisk or Dr. Payne, he sounds like he's trying to be professional about this. All right, Omniglide.
I should have. I should have just picked up Omniglat and just flew her to combat. Oh well. Next page, if possible.
All right, so Dr. Payne is the only person on the rooftop now. Who's conscious? So she is going to run up and start jabbering at him. So, Tyler, give me a D6 roll for Omniglot.
Middle of the road. It's a 3. I don't know what
Yeah.
it adds with.
Alright, so that is an 8 total. He does not have any sort of mental defense. Ooh, but he does have reflect.
Man, reflect is a crazy power.
Can reflect the effects of an
That is
attack
so fun.
back at the attacker.
Okay, attacks, not necessarily powers. Okay. It's not indestructible.
What she does is essentially stun, which is an attack, so. So yeah, he's going to try to resist. Ooh, I don't know though. His willpower is way higher than his reflect. So yeah, I think he's just going to roll willpower to try to resist it. So she got a total of an 8. He got an 11. Recluse, you're up.
Recluse is just going to charge right into Lightbringer and double popper.
Okay.
That's a multi-attack to try and hit, because she's pretty dodgy from what I remember.
Yeah, she is quite agile.
Yes, ma'am.
To quote Peter Venkman, she is an agile little minx. Use those current references that all the kids know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ooh, only got an 8 though.
Oh, she only got an 8?
She only got an 8. Now Taylor, if you'll roll on for Zach.
Oh, sorry.
He'll his prowess, if he's got martial arts, and he's got a +2 because he's his fast attack. Ooh, dang. Okay, so 8. So beat her by 7. So that's a a massive success. So that is 8 damage minus her force shield. And then she's got to roll. Give me a strength roll for Recluse. Should be just a straight strength.
Yep.
13.
Or is it is it straight strength? Or is it the strength that got through the shield? Let me check that right quick. Stunning. Yeah, full damage of the thing. Okay. So that's a 13 versus her strength. So she goes flying down the street. And then another one to see if she's stunned. She rolled even worse that time.
No.
So you knock her unconscious, not due to sheer amount of damage done. You just catch her the side of the head, and you can see her do that kind of halfway, try to start to rise up from the ground before she just drops back down. And the light field around her flickers and goes out.
That was a little bit embarrassing.
Not her best showing. Not her best showing.
I'll ask her some questions later.
Then it is her turn. Let's see. You got a massive one that's done, so she's out for the chapter. So we'll go ahead and X her out. And we're already back down to Unison.
Once again, the unit on the rooftop with Dr. Brain, doing a little dance to himself. That's why Recluse is my favorite. He does his job so good. And now I turn to Comet and proceed to mental blast him. That man's gonna be catching a solid 4 mental blasts.
All right, he takes 2 damage. It's not enough to do any stuns or anything, but
Nope. Second one's a 12.
2 damage,
2
not enough to do any stuns. You're just chipping away at him.
1 damage. And fourth one.
Oh,
2 damage.
everybody rolled max, but you still managed to beat him by 1. So Ray, you're up there wrestling around with him. You start and he just kind of goes ah, and then the energy around him just dissipates and he just starts falling.
Catch the boy! Catch the boy!
Yep, I'll try to give him a soft landing.
Okay. Like I said, y'all were grappling with each other, so you have no problems grabbing him. Once you realize his eyes have rolled back in his head and the lights go off, you have no trouble grabbing him and lowering him down to the rooftop.
Once again, the me on the roof next to Dr. Brain. And this is why I have an ego. I'm just so good. And now back to the one unit in front of Dr. Payne. I will punch him again.
Yeah, your mother's just looking at you. Well, there are 7 of you versus 1 of him. I mean, I approve, but still. Dr. Payne is looking around and not looking real happy. This is BS. This is complete BS. We had you outnumbered. I mean, once we took out the old lady.
Yeah.
She's not that old.
She's old enough to be your mother. I mean, maybe you're into that sort of thing. I don't know.
I think roughly 2/3 of women are. As I punch.
Alright, give me a roll.
That's a 9.
He's gonna roll his reflect.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. This guy's annoying.
How strong are you?
Okay. So 4. Is that a marginal or is a not marginal? A standard success?
Yeah.
Is that a split or a complete reflect?
I believe it's a complete reflect, but let me check. Maybe it takes a massive. This isn't a power that I've used a whole lot. So.
A moderate success, you are unaffected by the attack and make a normal attack test against the attacker with the reflected attack as a reaction.
Okay. So that's a prowess on his part then. Ooh, minimum roll. So dodge with your prowess.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. Alright, so he it's like your fist bounces off of his shield and tries to hit you and you get your head out of the way. It's a very bizarre feeling.
You're an annoying kind of guy and you smell funny.
Right now, I smell worse.
Not now, unconscious shark.
He's not unconscious, he's just stunned. For 8 rounds.
In the dumpster.
In trash. We don't specifically know a dumpster, do we?
You heard the sound of garbage cans.
You're-
If somebody landing in
Oh.
garbage cans. Might have been the dumpster. Might have just been a pile of garbage cans he smashed in, or
Man.
All right, after Unison, it's Dr. Payne. He's going to attack you with that tentacle again. No area attacks this time. He's just going after the Unison right in front of him.
Fun.
So that is prowess. So that's a 12 to dodge.
I'm gonna go ahead and do something unusual and spend a determination point.
Ooh, what are you tapping?
Upholding the family name, because he doesn't know he's insulted my mother, but he keeps insulting my mother.
That's acceptable. Tap away.
Whew, neutral. 12 to 12.
So he gets a lick on you, but only for half damage. So half of 5, we'll say that's 2.
Then that unit armor is down to 3.
Yep, that was not enough to get through the armor, but it does lower it another notch. All right, Bruce, you're unconscious, or not you're unconscious, you're stunned, laying amongst crushed trash cans and popped garbage bags.
I am going to use my last determination point to once again recover from being stunned.
Because you are a shark.
And obviously I'm prone, so I'm going to, crawl out of the trash dumpster and say, like, sharks don't quit.
You say it, but no one hears it except Bruce.
It makes him feel better.
All right, next up is the Comet, who is unconscious. Does Bruce have leaping?
He does not.
But he's got super strength. No, I'm thinking of the wrong game. Never mind. There's a game based off the old hero game or the old Marvel superheroes game that anybody with super strength can leap a certain distance. Can more or less have super leaping.
He can do it as a stunt because his strength is high enough to be considered a power.
That's true.
If I hadn't just burned my last determination.
Yeah.
It would have been funny to say because sharks can leap, but
Well, you woke up because you landed in garbage, and sharks have a really good sense of smell. So the smell of the garbage really annoyed you, and you had to get up. I guess that's not as funny though, because sharks actually do have a sense of smell, really good sense of smell. All right, Dr. Brains, go. Dr. Brain is going to try to grab Dr. Payne. But she's not trying to hurt him. She's not trying to do any damage to him. She's just trying to hold him. So this is his coordination. Versus her willpower. So he got a 9, she got an 11, and then it's his strength. Versus the strength of her telekinesis. So she has him in a hold. It's only a partial hold, so he can still take actions at a -2. It would be Fake Jay's turn, but he's unconscious. Then it is Obelisk's turn. He's going to try to break out of the webbing again.
D6 plus 8.
It's gonna be a solid 14.
It's a 14. And he rolls his minimum possible roll of a 9, so he is still struggling with those bindings. Then it's Titan Red who's unconscious. Then it's Independence Ray.
All right. So we still have. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna pick up Omniglot and let's see. Maybe fly her to Dr. Payne.
Okay, well they're all on the rooftop, so
Carrier.
Oh, they are.
she had actually already run over close enough to him to try talking to him.
Okay.
But he resisted it.
I do love
Right.
the visual of you picking her up and flying her 3 feet and setting her back down.
That'll save the day. So everyone who's still up and about is on the rooftop.
Well, villain-wise, there's only Dr. Payne on the roof. But only him and Obelisk are still awake. And Obelisk is bound and having trouble getting loose.
Ah,
Which he really shouldn't. He should have a 50
Alright,
shot
then.
every time they roll. But
and Payne is the reflecting one, right?
correct. And you can see him struggling like something, like the air is holding him or something. And you can see Dr. Brain the next roof over with her hand outstretched like she's focused on him.
All right. Well, how about just a plain old charging attack? And I know that's a specific maneuver, if I recall.
I think it's called rushing.
Yes, rushing is, I believe, is what it's called.
Rushing. Oh, that's right.
Because it's what Comet does.
Well, it's what Ray's about to do. And I'm trying to remember what the actual. Does it give a +1 to your damage if you hit? I
It
can't
is
remember.
it is either your strength +1 or your movement power +1.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's
All right.
one or the
Movement
other.
Power it is.
Because that's how the Comet does so much damage. He's not super strong or anything.
Cool.
And you have to roll your prowess to hit him. He has the option of prowess or coordination.
All right, let's do this.
Though with his power, he's still going to use his reflect, just because he's bound, so dodging would be difficult for him.
Nah. Again, I keep forgetting to tag. To drop determination.
Ooh.
All right, so that is a 7 for your rushing and a 7 for his reflect. Ooh, I don't know what his reflect does on a tie.
Marginal success. Both you and the attacker are each affected equally by half of the attack. Round down for you, round up for the attacker.
Haha. So 5 for him, 4 for me.
No, it's down for the
Opposite
attacker
way.
because he's the one with the reflect.
Oh,
It's more to you,
like
less
me.
to him.
All right, but how much was the damage? Because it's Ray's flight +1, I guess.
yes. The damage goes up to 9, but it'll be 5 for me, 4 for the pain.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh, that you rang his bell pretty good. I mean, it hurt you too, but you rang his bell pretty good.
Okay.
He ain't got a lot of fight left in him. Now he is complaining. Now his insults are more complaining. They got a really whiny tone of voice to him. Yeah, this is really unfair. There's so many on this. Yeah.
Wines under pressure.
The quality is actually called "Can Cry Better Than Most Oscar Winners." Yeah, he's demanding to be let go. He works for the Pharaoh. He can't be treated like this.
Do you know who I am? No.
You know who my boss is?
He wants to speak to your manager.
Mhm.
All right. Next up is Omniglot.
Unfortunate, because Independence Ray is technically the manager right now.
Fair point. All right, give me a D6 roll for Omniglot, if you would, Tyler.
It's gonna be a 2.
Plus 5. So that's a 7. Oh, he also got a 7. I don't think a marginal on a stunned. Oh, no. The stun would be at half effect, so. Yeah, he's got a freaky willpower, so. Give me a D6 roll for Omniglot again.
Boop. 5.
Okay, yeah. So she jabbers at him again, and it doesn't. Oh, we could have rolled his deflect again, and I didn't. Oh, that's right, because his willpower's higher. Never mind. Recluse, you're up.
I'm gonna go over to Lightbringer, web her up, toss her on my back.
All right, so she's in a little cocoon with just enough of her head out that she can breathe.
Yep. And do I still get to make an attack?
No, that would pretty much be your action. Well, you've got fast attack though.
Okay,
I'd let you make one attack.
I'm gonna go back over to Obelisk and just reach out a hand, touch his eye, and just go wiggle, 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 and use my affliction power to leak a poison that bypasses his damage reduction.
Alright, so the affliction. Let me get back up there. So I've got to remember what rolled for it. Prowess test. Alright, prowess touch test. Oh, I guess that falls under bug foo. Okay, cool.
All right, and what is he using to resist this?
It's going to be prowess to attempt to dodge a touch.
Okay, yeah, so he can make out enough that you're trying to reach up and touch him, so he's going to try to roll out of the way. Or at least jerk his head back.
It's got a -4 total to it. From being both blinded and restricted?
Believe so.
Yeah, we'll allow it. So we got a 6.
Alright. Now that it has touched, then an affliction test against the higher of the target's strength or regeneration. Which I assume will be strength.
It will be strength.
Which will be...
So 13.
It's only an 8 to
Yeah.
with the affliction. So no effect and ends any ongoing affliction effect.
Okay.
But
Dazzle
it's
is
a
not an
massive or a
affliction.
major
Yeah.
failure.
Dazzle is not an affliction. Dazzle is just a dazzle. So he kind of reacts like, "Oh, what was that? What were you trying to do to me?"
Implant eggs.
Yep.
Oh.
I thought you
parasitic.
I thought you were a guy.
Oh, I am just like asexual reproduction. They like ocular jelly, apparently.
He clamps his eyes very tightly shut.
And you're gonna go to your grave wondering, was I just fucking with you?
Well, of course not. You said it was asexual. Alright. Then it would be Lightbringer's turn, but she's unconscious. U.N.I.S.O.N, you're up.
All right. I will attempt once more to punch old Dr. Payne in the face. On a 12.
Oh, wait. Wrong doctor. I keep clicking the wrong doctor. Alright. You're punching him in the face. He's going to rely on his reflect. He got an 11, but that's not good enough.
All right.
How strong are you?
4 points.
He is unconscious.
All.
Wait, you can't hit me when I'm like this. That's completely up.
Bonk. Which means I've got 4 more mental blasts for the man held down.
Just
A 12 at Obelisk.
dogpile him. Ugh. Oh, I forgot how good his willpower was, though.
That's
All
the
right.
reason willpower.
It is. You still beat him, though.
An 11.
He's already prone, so no point in rolling for that. Okay. 8.
2 points. A 12. 2 points. And an 8.
All right, he resisted that one.
Oh, great. Insane.
You've dropped him down to the halfway point, though.
Yep.
You know, with the 1 point of damage Recluse had already done to him than this.
Oh, and sorry, on the rooftop, I will lean or whichever unison is capable of leaning over and looking at Bruce. Hey, do you still have your ring, or did fake Jay have the ring now?
Jake has it. Or Jay has it.
I'll get it off of him in a minute.
All right. Then it's Dr. Payne, who's unconscious. Then it's Landshark.
The only one that's left is
Obelisk.
what's his name now?
Obelisk is his current name.
That was drawn a blank. So I'm just gonna grumble and walk over and punch him.
All right. So you walk around to the front of the building. Ugh.
Yeah, because I'm already on the ground. I got knocked off the roof.
All right. Give me a roll for that then.
Do I get a bonus since he's held?
Since he's held, blinded, well, I got his eyes closed at this point. I'm going to give him just a D6 roll with no modifiers to it. That will be the penalty he takes. So you just roll normal.
I rolled dodge. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one.
That's not a big deal.
But,
Just go ahead and roll the right one.
The dice roll would be the same anyway.
Okay. So you got a 9.
Whatever it is.
He got a 2. So you do 8 points of damage, if I remember correctly.
Damage. Assuming he feels it.
He feels it, but it doesn't really hurt him. Because his growth is 8, which gives him 8 damage reduction. But that means he took 0 damage, which you can still slam him and stun him. So give me 2 strength rolls.
Gotta get my mouse in the right spot. Boom. Boom.
Ooh, an 11 and 12. All right. Actually, I went ooh, but as high as Bruce's strength is, that's not a great roll. All right, so this is the first one. Is the 11 is for him to resist being slammed. He resists being slammed, so he doesn't go flying. And then the second one is to resist him being stunned, so he's got to beat a 12. He tied a 12, so he's not stunned.
Well, phooey.
Tough guys trying to beat a man while he's down. The Pharaoh will not stand for this. And then he calls out, Lightbringer, where are you? Guys? Is anybody still awake?
Recluse will just sort of pivot around so he can show him the cocoon of Lightbringer and then waddle back around.
Hey,
And
let her
why?
down. He's
Oh, right.
he's mostly. If he does it up close enough to him, he can kind of make out. You know, he can at least tell that's a blonde hair sticking out of the cocoon. All right, then as the comets go, who is unconscious? Then it is Dr. Brain. Do we need to keep beating this man, or can we just leave him here tied up like this? I mean, we don't have the facilities to take somebody that big or the equipment to take him back with us anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just so used to knocking him out.
I know
It's just
he's.
kind of
I know
habit
he's
at this
like one
point.
of your arch villains or whatever, but
No, he's just really
Honestly,
good.
I'm-
Hold on. Time out. Villain is fine. Arc villain is a little much.
I'm sorry. I meant part of your rogues gallery.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's
hell
totally
no.
fine.
No. He is a guy who shows up at work every now and then that we have to deal with. He is like you're working at a Starbucks, and then the guy who is convinced he is the store favorite rolls up, but he's not. No one likes him. That's Obelisk.
Well, that would make him a regular customer at the Starbucks, which is basically what your rogues gallery is. It's your regular customers.
Nah.
So unhappy about that.
All right, so are y'all going to keep beating on him, or are you going to leave at this point?
Yeah, maybe we should bug out.
We'll get the fake ring off of fake, or the real ring off of Fake J.
Yeah, it's right there on his finger where Landshark put it.
We should also probably take Fake J and Lightbringer.
I'm sorry. Is there a me next to you at this point?
There can be.
Yes.
We're essentially out of combat, so there can be if you want to be.
I'm still in such a good mood from beating so many villains at once. I'm not gonna take a super spy into our secret base. That's a bad plan.
Super Spy?
Oh, I'm assuming. Sorry. I am assuming shapeshifter spy. It's admittedly a bit classist of me to assume all shapeshifters are super spies.
Yeah, alright, yeah. You're fair.
I'm also scared to take Lightbringer because I'm pretty sure she can teleport.
Oh, no, like, why, no, I'm not advocating bringing them back all the way to the base, you know. Just, like, a field somewhere.
Oh,
Interrogator. Leave.
Oh, no. This is great. I can hold the cocoon with a copy, and then when we're done talking to her in the plane, we can just drop out of the plane and I can fly her somewhere. That we can do.
You know what? Sure, sounds a slightly... No, totally workable.
I
Sure,
mean,
let's do that.
Yeah, anyone can jump out of a plane. And I can fly, so I can just carry her.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Curtis, they got Landshark the ring back. They took it off Fake J and gave it back to you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then they were debating on which prisoners they're taking with them. They decided not to take Fake J.
All of them?
I mean, if we're not going to be taking them all the way back to the base, we can just take Fake J and web bind them too.
I suppose.
We should pat them down for any tracking devices, stuff like that.
There's lots of odds and ends in not Jay's pockets.
Yeah, no, not fond of any of that.
Are any of them spear related?
Ooh, that's that's an interesting idea.
I'm a paranoid guy.
The taser devices that he was using on Bruce. He's got a couple more of those.
Oh yeah, I removed the taser device from Bruce's bag.
Hey,
Go ahead and make that a statement.
you lift up the vest and the device is still there, but it's clearly non-functioning. Once he landed on his back. But yeah, you go ahead and pull it off, but the adhesive is still holding chunks of it on. But yeah, those things were spear made, and getting a close look at it, you recognize it. Not everything else. Not anything else in there was, though. I say spear made for spear. The branding is still on there.
Nice.
I'm gonna sit in the corner and sulk.
I'll have a
Reaper's good.
copy over there to help console you.
Yeah.
So y'all signal Geist, and he flies the plane back in.
I'll inform Geist to, while we are interrogating, fly in a direction that is not towards home base, so to give them a false idea.
Well, y'all are in the U.S., and home base is back in the Alps, so yeah.
Well, it's just like, head a direction that isn't directly towards the base while we talk, so that when we drop them off, they have an incorrect direction.
Yeah. He angles the plane towards Arkansas and takes off.
Great. So, should we wait for them to wake up naturally, or should I just heal them?
Nah, smack them awake.
Yeah. I will put in, because I forgot I can control this, a point of healing into both of them.
Bloop bloop.
Just get them back conscious for me. We will interrogate Fake J first, and then Lightbringer.
Do you wake him up at the same time or separately?
I will wake Fake J up first.
All right, he rouses up. It's kind of like, oh, that didn't go well at all. Then he opens his eyes and kind of glances around. Oh, it's not done yet.
Are you willing to accept the fact we haven't killed any of you, as we are not evil?
Not evil and not criminal are two different things. I will concede for the moment that you're not particularly evil.
Okay, cool. That's all I really wanted.
At least for the duration of this conversation.
All right, who had a question they wanted to ask him?
What is the current status of Santa Luna?
Guest of the Pharaoh, like they have been. Working along with the Pharaoh. I was just brought in to spring this trap. They said they seem to be certain that you would come for Luna if he asked for help. He kind of, looking a little abashed, kind of glances over at Bruce. I understand why they were so certain of that now.
Is he ever conscious? Oh, go ahead.
Wait, to be fair, are you saying your boss said, hey, let's spring a trap where we lie about the love of a man's life in order to capture him, because he would come to help if the person said, I'm in trouble, please help me?
Well, I don't know exactly how the conversations went at that high a level. Lightbringer was who I was dealing with the entire time.
Okay, because I'm going to say that really does sound like you're working for the villain in that scenario.
The Pharaoh has done so much for the world. Though, in my personal experience, pretty much anyone in politics is a villain.
I know that anyone is a person, right? My character knows that anyone is a person that exists. Do I think that this Fake J is anyone?
I don't know. Anyone is so secretive that I don't know if you would have any details on him, though. The anyone name would be the one you would know, but
would I know that he's a shape-shifting?
Yeah, all of that,
He's the only character more secretive than you.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda.
That's because I've never really fully fleshed out the background on that character.
Is there
It makes him more mysterious.
Is there any role I could make to attempt to know?
The Doctor got away with that for decades on TV, so, and it just made him more mysterious. And now that now that they try to explain it, it sucks more and more. So yeah. It's not like anyone is the only super spy that runs around in the world. It's not like he's.
Yeah, but it's just like between shapeshifting and has spear tech.
You wouldn't necessarily. There's no reason
Yeah,
that your
I
guy
don't
would
know
know
the
anyone
shapeshifting,
with the shapeshifting part.
But I know anyone has worked with spear, but not so much so that I.
Yeah, it would be a stretch. Plus, even if this was him, would he even know it now?
I mean, that's a fair point. He does. He does kind of get lost in. They did get
I
lost in
also
their
thought when he
identities.
got knocked out, he reverted though. So I thought that's how we knocked him out of the previous incarnation of him.
I think when he woke up from that, he just got another roll to see if he snapped out of it.
Ah, okay.
I don't remember for sure, because that was a ways back. But so anyway, does anybody else have any questions for him?
Who is he?
Oh, he is just a information gatherer and investigator for Her Majesty the Pharaoh. He's in Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh.
I mean, the service isn't a secret. The services we do are secrets.
Well, we can't just have them able to report to the Pharaoh about what we're up to.
Well, that's why y'all were going to drop him off.
Yeah.
Just also real quick, do you have the survival skills to be able to survive in a forest?
For a time, yes.
Okay, cool. Because when we're done with this, I'm going to gently fly you out of this plane, and I'll let you see a city in a direction and maybe like a mile off from a city, and then set you down. But you should be good to make it that mile to civilization, correct?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Also, do you have like free time of your own to do your own stuff?
Not lately, but generally speaking.
Okay, cool. And I'll just give him the directions to like the Spear headquarters and just be like, just run through the filing cabinets in that place, and you'll realize that we're in like a really altered world right now. That's not the way it was about like 3 months ago. Because like you're even using tech from Spear, which was not a Pharaoh-built institution, so you already kind of like subliminally know. But since you're like a researcher, you can just let you research the filing cabinets, and you'll be good.
Give me a willpower roll. See how convincing you are. See if you convince him.
A 9.
A 6. He looks thoughtful. Because he doesn't know what he noticed the name Spear, on those
like
devices,
on the device.
but didn't know where they came from. It's not a company he knows off the top of his head.
Yeah. And the Pharaoh's not taking credit for it, so it's not specifically her that did it. But she's still using the stuff.
So I assume you tell him where Spear HQ was.
Yeah, where like the place he can go and research, because I doubt there's anybody really running around there at this point, since people are mind controlled away from most government agencies that aren't hers. All right, so
But he tells you he may look into that.
thank you. You've got your homework. If you are you're a shapeshifter, so if we've worked with Spear before, I'm happy to have you back on the team for a minute. Talk to you later. And I'll start.
When
If no one else says anything, my copy will start flying him back towards the bomb bay while we interrogate Lightbringer. Or wait, there's like a little. Is there like a little teleporter thing here on the ship?
No, this is not like the Prime ship.
Okay.
They have tech that Spear doesn't have access to.
wild.
The
Alright.
Promise's crashed spaceship is better than the pirate spaceship y'all got.
Yeah,
except that it's crashed and it can't fly around. All right, so you get rid of him. I mean, you drop him off.
Yeah.
And then you wake up Lightbringer.
Yep, 1 point to Lightbringer.
She opens her eyes. She looks around, lets out a breath, and swears, "Frack! Why couldn't you guys have just stayed in space?"
How do you remember us? Is it magic?
The spell didn't work on me. What?
But it did work on your
Change the
boyfriend.
power.
Yes, it did work on my boyfriend. When Landshark mentions her power, she just sort of cuts her eyes at Landshark and then back, and like ignores that he asked a question or made a comment.
No, don't dodge it. So, like, has the darkness thing always just been an active choice for how you make your powers manifest?
It's more my vibe, yeah.
Okay, so you can just change the color as you please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I feel ya. I can do that too.
Give me awareness checks. Or awareness rolls, I should say.
Let's get a 13 going. As she is attempting to carve her way out of the cocoon.
Not yet. All right, anybody else going to roll it?
I would like to roll it.
Okay, roll awareness.
Sorry, I forgot that I was in charge of you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Does investigation factor into this?
We all get to
or...
roll an awareness check.
Yeah, this is just something y'all are seeing or potentially seeing while you're standing around her.
Does occult add into this?
It does not.
Oh, curses. I'm so sorry, Recluse.
Oh. I had to roll crap at some point during this game.
Oh, wait. Jason also rolled a 6, so...
Oh, okay.
You didn't really notice it finding her at any kind of distance, but up this close, you can see a little bit of black at the roots of her hair.
Oh.
So she's clearly been bleaching her hair blonde as Lightbringer.
Oh, sweetie, that is terrible for your roots.
The boss liked it better. She said it fit the persona better.
Wait, on the 13, is that also what I gleam?
You would be the first one to notice it and probably have to point it out to the others, truthfully.
Oh, okay.
Because on a tie, I just don't know that they would have noticed right away. Or might have seen it, not really thought about the consequence, consequence.
All right, well... Hey, we plan on, taking her down. So, do you want to be involved in that, or would you like to just be set back aside?
Yeah, just leave me somewhere. She's doing a good job. I like her in charge.
Does she know that you haven't been brainwashed?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's fine with it not working so long as you're working with her. I honestly appreciate that.
I don't know how many folks she's got that know, but did I write down Skyscraper's actual name in his sheet? It seems like maybe I would have. No, I didn't. Okay. Hey, look, they're working for the ruler of the planet, so that's got her as Skyscraper Obelisk, and that's a mistake she makes. She starts to call him Skyscraper, and then switches to Obelisk. So we're in good there, and he's a much more attentive. He's just much more attentive in this altered state. And you realize she likes Obelisk better than Skyscraper, apparently.
Have you ever thought about just breaking up with him?
Look, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Oh my god, he left you for dead repeatedly.
He busted me out later. Well, except the time he got arrested later, but you know.
Well, he got arrested probably trying to think of some way to bust you out. How about this? After this whole world reset thing, how about we just make you and Skyscraper heroes for hire? Would you be willing to do that?
We do what we like, what we want to do.
Okay, but this way you and us never have to fight each other ever again.
Yeah, the government tried that by strapping bombs to our necks. No, thank you.
Yeah, I remember there was a government team in secret. I saw some stuff about that. They put bombs in you.
It wasn't that secret. They were on your. They were literally on your base while y'all were plotting out how to take down the Vasilev.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's all sorts of illegal and shouldn't have been done.
Mm.
I mean,
Listen,
technically they agreed to it, but you know, it was out of prison.
Tell you what, we're still basically in good graces right now. Once we, get things fixed, we'll throw our weight behind smoothing things over for you. You were helping us in secret to overthrow the Lady Pharaoh and all that fun stuff. And that should get you a nice clean slate. Or at least, avoid prison and the bomb collars. And if they do put bomb collars on you, you know what? Just give me a call.
I'm also in trouble for punching a senator.
Oh yeah. It was the whole stuck the Primus in a tube thing.
How does it feel that y'all work for villains? Because he just looks at you.
I mean, the person enforcing mind control over an entire planet is not a hero. I hate to tell you this.
Have you looked at how good a job she's doing now? Stuff's getting better.
Except it's all worse right now. There are space aliens that can invade a planet, and all of our planetary defenses are inactive because she doesn't know what they are or that they exist. I don't give two shits about us punching each other in the face on the planet. There are entire worlds of beings that want to take this planet and make it theirs, and our only stuff to stop that is cut off.
So it sounds like you should come with me and join up with her.
Did you think steel was good? Let's start there.
Well, his mind control thing worked on me, so I thought he was great. So I thought he was great for the day he was in power. Yeah.
Right. Once he was out of power, how did you feel about the time period? Once you could see it with a clear head.
I don't know. He didn't have time to do anything. I didn't like being mind controlled. Screw him. But
right. So there's an entire planet that we know. The moment this control stops, we'll go, I didn't like being mind controlled. Screw this. We're planning for that eventuality.
yeah, but will the whole planet do that? Because some of them are being fed now, and they weren't being fed before.
Well, and what Eunice is having this conversation with Lightbringer, I kind of whisper to Ray and Recluse. It's like, this could be our Scooby-Doo move. What if we go along with it and it gets us into Memphis?
Recluse is going to very gently shake his head no.
While holding the cocoon. How about I will go as a copy and discuss things with her. Is that okay with you, Lightbringer?
Yeah, that'll work.
crazy how much I have to send copies to beings that can probably obliterate me.
Well, she can definitely obliterate you.
better... Yeah.
I think I've experienced death more than any other human at this point.
If you count the popping, sure.
They feel like death. all 5 of them say it.
That really depends if you've got some kind of immortal that can die and be reborn or not. I mean, Muckboot goes down a lot and gets back up.
That's fair.
Oh, that will come
Alright,
in
do we
handy
have
whenever
any
do our-
other questions for Lightbringer?
Is Jay, like the actual Jay, not his grandmother, ever lucid and like out from under his grandmother's control?
I don't know. I feel like it's a state secret. I'm not sure I should tell you.
I'll just give her a dirty look. Menacing dirty look.
Give me a willpower roll. Let's see how intimidating you are. You beat her by 1. All right. No. As far as I know, it's always the old lady. And boy, is she funny to talk to. I like her taste in shoes too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's an older lady in there.
Oh, and there's what was her name? The Coyote Wizard, but Wolf Witch.
Wolfwitch.
She apparently hasn't popped up lately. Any idea what's going on with that?
I know the Pharaoh targeted like known magic users.
Mm.
The competitors, as she called them. But Wolfwitch specifically, I don't know. I mean, no, I haven't run into her.
That's
Haven't seen her. Haven't seen the Crucible. We've mostly been trying to track down this rebellion that seems to be. Well, now that you guys are here, it's you guys, but mostly seems to be. She kind of glances over at Dr. Brain. Seems to be people with mental powers, and people with divine powers.
Jason, am I correct in remembering that Skyscraper and Gothic were part of a team of architecturally named villains? Was that actually a thing?
So prior to, I guess it was late in season 2 when they first popped up as, on a team. Usually they were just a duo. And then they had the government put together a Suicide Squad style team. But that was them and Squadron and the space pirate guy. I'm blanking on his name. Viltro-Aquani. I think which is those 4. See, that was the only team they've been a part of. They've been known to team up with other villains for a particular job or something, but. But yeah, basically, the Pharaoh seemed to be. The Pharaoh doesn't feel threatened by the old lady because the Pharaoh is the one that's put the spell that lets the old lady stay in charge. So as long as she cooperates, she gets to be running around doing stuff. And, it means we don't have to hurt her grandson or get in a fight with her grandson. So. Though I think she's gained some weight. I think she's made the poor guy gain some weight. She talks about how long it's been since she's been able to eat sweets.
I mean, once everything settles, that might be a plus for you. Plus for Bruce. Like a bit of squeezing. You like huggability.
Gothic looks like Bruce. It's just more of him to love.
Right.
So I think that's probably all we're really gonna get out of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss you out of the plane now.
Whoa, hey, I thought we had a deal here.
Oh yeah, I can fly.
Oh, I get you. And you're coming back to talk to the Pharaoh with me.
This copy of me is yes.
Okay. Wait, copy?
Yeah, we're all copies. We're
Oh.
clones.
I thought y'all were like a Power Ranger team. What the crap?
Yeah, we're all clones of the same person, though.
Oh, gotcha, I got you.
The government, the government said that out loud.
I got you.
Or we told the government that the government could say it out loud. I'm actually genuinely concerned because my organization clearly isn't working with the Pharaoh, but they're staying hidden. I may be involved in a supervillain organization. That's not great. I'll think about that later. I carry her off.
Yeah, as opposed to the U.S. government, it's just a villain organization. She doesn't seem to have a high opinion of
You
the
can tell
government.
that Bruce wants to go.
Yes. All
You can tell that
governments
Bruce wants to go
inherently are held in
Not going
control
to
by
have-
those who want power, and that creates problems.
So you and her are like having this debate over the
Efficacy
legitimacy
of government.
Yeah. Governments are not good ideals. But not having a government is not a good ideal. Alright, so you fly her off. And once loose, she will call in Walkabout to pick up all of her people. They have to wait until the spy guy makes it back to town.
Yeah, depending on how fast my fast helicopter flying can be is whether or not I get there and heal them all back up or not.
Yeah, you get back. All right, so you're off to the Pharaoh. Walkabout. The rest of y'all head home. You get you know it's hours of flight, but you get back to the base in the Alps without any trouble. Walkabout gets the one copy and all the villains back to Memphis. We'll cover you actually speaking with the Pharaoh next time. But you do notice as everybody kind of, as the villain, most of the villains march you in, acting like a guard around you kind of. You do notice the shapeshifter hang back and start talking to Walkabout. And he doesn't end up following you in.
Noted.
It's pretty close to 4, so we're going to go ahead and wrap here, I think. Poor Landshark probably sitting next to the window, looking forlorn out through the window.
Yeah,
With the ring in his hand. He's got the ring back.
Crying about being a. He's gonna cry about being a lousy teammate, a bad hero, and an even worse boyfriend.
He is none of those things.
How is he going to tell his boyfriend that he's engaged to somebody he doesn't even know?
That's going to be hard to explain.
Be like that episode of Wings where the waitress is going to marry the pilot, but she's still married to the cab driver. Again, with the modern references that all the kids will get.
No. The unison next to Bruce will also be patting him going, "Oh, it's okay, buddy. We all make these mistakes. But this is also why you listen to me when I tell you things will be traps."
There. Feel better, but I told you so. Feel better.
Yeah. Never forget, I'm always right. Pat, pat, pat.
All right, well, I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it. This was a fun one.
We had good banter today.
The fight really went a lot better for y'all than I thought it would.
I have to take a shower before next.
Oh yeah, he is probably stinking up the cabin of the jet.
He was only in the garbage for like a second.
Yeah, but all the bags he landed on popped. It got all over him.
Yeah, but it was probably dry garbage. It's not like we were fighting in the rain.
As soon as y'all are done, like questioning the villains, Geist reaches back and shuts the little door between the pilot section and where y'all are sitting.
Oh.
You know,
Oh,
he's a
good,
professional. He kept the door open so he could
okay,
listen to
I'm
the
good with that.
interrogation. But hope anybody comes by and
I'm
watches
definitely
enjoyed it.
co-piloting.
Hope you join us again. I'd say we should be doing this in 2 weeks. So let me check the dates. 2 weeks is the 22nd. So yeah, unless some of y'all are gonna be out on the road for the holiday, the 22nd isn't a problem for me.
Should not be a problem for me.
I should be around.
Okay.
The 22nd, you said?
22nd.
Yeah, it should be good. Should be
Okay.
good.
Yeah, and if anything holiday comes up, just let me know. You know, we're in that season. You know, if we have to skip one for that because of the holiday, that is not a big deal. But hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks. Again, I was your GM for the day, Jason, and with me was Zach playing Recluse.
I hope y'all had as much fun listening as we did playing.
Mike is Independence Ray.
There's only I was gonna say how many more days till Christmas there was, but 17 shopping days. So get consuming, consumers.
Taylor as Unison.
I'll be seeing you.
And Curtis as Landshark. And
Laters.
we will
Same shark time, same shark channel.
and we will see y'all next time. Bye.